Hey guys, it's the Baileys. Yep, that's us taking a hike into the woods of northwestern Pennsylvania. It was a spontaneous hike. We thought about it Saturday and Sunday, and the new year, the beginning of the new year, actually, we started talking about it. Then Saturday and Sunday, leading up to Monday, we decided to do it. Why not start the 2025 year out with a bang, right? So we got out there with our two sons. We never did a hike slash camping outside with any of our kids. Well, we did when they were young, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even our eldest is 25, and we did that a few times with them when they were younger, but not as adults or mature teenagers. These two of our sons, we have five, are 17 and 18. Our 18-year-old will be turning 19 here in February, and our 17-year-old will be turning 18 in August of 2025. Wonderful kids, love them to death. Wonderful young men, and that's my wife there at the end. You see, yeah, we decided to take a walk into the woods slash hike. We weren't going to go real far in, but we ended up going about 4 miles. My wife said it was like 4.2 miles in. It took us about 3 hours to get to a destination that we thought was flat enough and amicable, if you will, for what we wanted to do. Our initial idea was 2 or 3 nights in the woods. We knew the outside temperatures were going to range from about 20 to 25, and the night temperatures were going to range from about 15 to 20, with a little bit of a wind chill factor of 2 or 3 degrees less than that. That was okay. We knew with the proper gear, which we had, sleeping bags, all that good stuff, down blankets, roll mats, floor mats, if you will, ground mats to keep you off the ground. And with wood, we wouldn't have a problem. However, the forecast said maybe an additional inch to an inch and a half of snow. That inch and a half turned out to be 3 inches overnight. And then we got an additional inch and a half and another couple inches over that night. So we did not stay there as long as anticipated or we wanted to because we were being cautious and we didn't want to get stuck or have our vehicle get stuck. And we had to park about 800 to 1,000 yards, maybe a quarter mile from where we started hiking in. That what we thought would be a good area. The state games lands and state forests of Pennsylvania, even state parks, if you know anything about that. If you don't, you can camp there for free in a lot of these places. You may have to pay $10 to boondock, and that's when you bring a vehicle in or camp on certain locations. Usually, it's those locations are pretty open. They're very accessible. They make them that way, so that's what the $10 is for. They clear the area. Often they'll put gravel down there. Excuse me, things of that nature. So it's a lot more accessible for you. Usually they'll have a picnic table and a burn pit. This year, when you go into the state game lands or a national forest or a state forest, I'm sorry, not national forest, a state forest or a state park where none of that is available, you're just going in and finding an area for yourself, that won't be available. You literally are just going in, looking for a spot that you can lay a tent down or park an RV or whatever it is you're going to do, and you're on your own. All those areas or state parks or state forests are for the public. If you didn't know that, they are. You can go there any time of year at your own risk. So always be prepared and take what's necessary. But you can go there any time of the year and you can camp there for free and or a small fee depending on what you're doing. Uh, in this instance, we made sure we had first aid kits, which I always have in my RV and or on my person or in my vehicle, SUV or whatever it is we're driving there, as well as in my rucksack. It's a large one. Has plenty of band-aids, tourniquets, pills such as Tylenol, Excedrin, Benadryl for allergies, eczema cream, cut and burn cream, scissors, gauze, tape, all that. I have everything that you need. I even carry a few narcotics, and people are like, "Oh my God, no!" I keep a couple of Vicodin in there from when I had a tooth pulled some 2 or 3 years ago, just in case. I mean, you break an ankle, sprain an ankle, and you're in excruciating pain, that can ease your troubles at least till you can get help. Nothing erroneous or crazy, but you get my point. Always come prepared. We also carry a Berkey with us, a water filtration system wherever we go, in case for whatever reason we ran out of water and we were there for an extended period of time. We keep reflective blankets as well to radiate heat. You can put over your body, and that will help radiate your heat back to your body to keep you warm in a hypothermic situation. But as you can see here in the video, guys, you're looking at probably 4 inches of snow on the ground already. So an inch and a half wasn't going to make a big difference. 3 to 5 would make a big difference, and it was going to make a big difference, which you'll see later in the video. And that is the reason why we had to cut it short. But the states, the country we live in, there are so many places to do this, guys. And I encourage you to get out there and do it. It might not be your cup of tea, and I understand that. But if it is your cup of tea, and you're watching this video, I'm glad to meet you. And I hope you guys get out in 2025 and really enjoy God's green earth. And Mother Nature, because it's a wonderful, wonderful asset to us human beings. It provides us with much of what we need in regards of mental stability, mental clarity, spiritual stability, and spiritual clarity. It's a very, very, very powerful antidote to what society brings us, to what life brings us. Here we're climbing up on a ridge, and there were quite a few roads back there actually, but they were more like off-grid roads, if you will, dirt roads, small little pathway roads for gas wells and old farms that used to be back there, things of that nature. Other than that, in those roads, after about a mile in, we didn't see anything. I mean, not a person, not very little animals. We saw some trails of some deer trails and some game trails, but that was it. Once we got about a mile deep, we were out there and we were alone, as intended. That's the point of hiking into the woods. So, yeah, it was the first journey. Our boys had a lot of fun. It was the first time they ever did that. It's something where it's kind of exploratory, where you get to see mentally and physically what you're capable of, how this works, what it's actually like to start a fire and to set up a tent. How comfortable can you be, or uncomfortable? Because frankly, you're going to be more uncomfortable than you are comfortable. But that's the experience. The uncomfortableness is the desire of humans to be uncomfortable is very, very, prickly. We kind of run from that. But in our uncomfortableness, particularly in a situation like this, is where we are the most alive. It's where you thrive to be alive. It's where you're challenged and you have to do things like that. As you see here, we found a spot, very open, very, very, very flat, pretty flat, and there was a slope there going up the ridge. But other than that, it was good to go. There was some marked areas out there which appeared to be no hunting zones. But other than that, we're out there, man, and there was so much down wood. That was nice. And as you can see here, I want to start a fire, and really, really simple. I mentioned it in a couple other previous videos. I get stickers. These stickers are from sawmills where they cut the wood. They put these little thin 1 by 1 inch pine sticks between the actual cuttings, as you can see there in my bag. And that allows the wood to dry out much quicker that way. There's a flow of wood going, or a flow of air going underneath that wood. Well, they throw those stickers away. Sometimes they throw them away, sometimes they reuse them, but eventually they break, so they'll just trash them. Well, that's where we come in as the public. You go grab these things; they're free. I get hundreds of them. I'm going to go get some more here in a couple of weeks, and I keep them. You break them, you put those inside of a small box, a little box you get from something you got put in the mail for you at your house, with some paper kindling. Stack them, light that up. I guarantee you within 2 minutes it's going to be burning hot. Within 5 minutes you're going to have a nice little fire. You can start feeding that fire with wood remnants laying around. Within an hour you're going to have a blazing hot fire. I don't care if it's 10 degrees out with 10-mile-an-hour winds and it's freezing rain, you still will get a fire. I guarantee it. Right behind you, Buck. Right over here is where I wanted you to get it. So you can be in the video. Is that a camera in that corner? Oh, babe, I thought somebody just set that up. Like that was here. I was like, why the hell?
How big is the tent?
It is. I'm not sure actually.
Here. This is all I have. So just
Yeah,
save
just give
me
me a little bit.
a little bit. Give me some.
No, I still have a reason.
This stuff that's right here in front of me, Josh, is really good because it's off the ground and it's a bunch
As
of
long as you can get in the video, it's fine. So it's all
there's a bunch of leaves in it.
not you.
Okay. There's a bunch of wood over here you can grab for the fire.
It's like vine.
Oh,
What
no,
I'm
right
saying
here.
is there's leaves mixed in with it, so it would be good for. See, it's all dry.
So is that what we're gonna use?
Don't mind.
Yeah.
This is not the outer tent. That's the outer tent. Alright, so they gave us no tents. Oh, they're not that cold right now.
You told us. You people? Yeah.
No guys can get hit. Winter.
Yeah.
Shoestrings on top.
We're supposed to use these for this. Set them here on top of this.
Hey, look.
Found some weird pieces, not really
I
good.
think there's probably 12
Firewood, but
There's no like small logs over there. No.
What do you need?
no.
Anything that fell.
That's what I was looking for.
Even
Dad.
branches, like broken off branches, Buck. Anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm grabbing.
Bring it on over. Yeah, we only get video content, so bring what you have. You can just keep making church back and forth.
Go ahead and peg it down. Bring it back this way a little bit though, because I don't want it to be close to the fire.
Yeah, bring that, Buck. Pick it up. Man.
So this is the center. It looks like the hole right here. Trying to see where the door's at. We can get the door facing fire.
No, I mean like walk it over.
I think I might have to do it.
Like actually put it onto the fire.
To turn it that way.
The small stuff first.
So there's a zipper there.
And we don't want it to go back and fix it up. Because then it's going to take down the stuff.
Here's the zipper here.
It's down there.
You can still do it. Keep loading it up. The more the merrier. Not that big piece.
time we got up here? With 10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, that.
Key element is just having plenty of cardboard. We got cardboard and time. We're like, we can get the car anyway.
I would look on this.
So I understand people are like, I'm gonna go into the woods and I'm just gonna use the traditional drill bow. Why? Just take a lighter and like
Unzip your side
block
of
the
it.
cardboard. You'll have a fire a lot faster. And I mean, I get it. You want to see if you can be primitive, but what people fail to realize is, in our primitive nature back in the day, they didn't have anything else to do but look for food. Like you have other things to do, like go to the field, get your oil changed, wash your body, flush your toilet, all that stuff. So they were just like, oh, we got time to kill. Let's make a drill boat.
I just wanted to give us a little.
We don't really have time.
Alright.
Yeah, warm on up, son.
How many corners did we do, Kobe? Because it said 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think the 2 front ones we can take out for right now.
Okay.
To get warm.
Oh, this is nice, baby. When it warm up, that's good. Let's put off some BTUs right there. If I didn't bring a saw, I'll bring it maybe.
There's so much.
There's tons.
This whole thing right there is dead wood.
It's just some of it's too thick to break.
All this,
Yeah.
like literally.
Like right behind you is a big old tree. Actually.
You're stronger than me, so.
There you go, Buck. You definitely would not freeze up here. There's plenty of wood right around here.
Yeah, because it said 8. Not to be a million. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So take these 2 out. Now. Here, hand me that. Watch the fire. Okay, now it says to support the outer tent, use 2 poles that are. Okay, insert these poles into the appropriate sleeves on the tent. Add rubber rings to the top of each pole to prevent water leakage. Okay, so you just put the poles up. So here's the poles.
There you go. Yep. Keep it. That's the best way to do it. And then let's just keep looking for wood. We'll do a nice big one down here and mess with it for a while.
They don't really.
Over there.
This part is the part that goes through the top. It said add a rubber ring. I don't know if we have rings in here.
Yep, right to your left. That whole thing is dead wood.
I mean, right now there's not going to be any leakage. There's the rubber ring, so we're not even going to use it. Because it's not going to stay. There we go, so it's started. And then we just, probably won't take. See right in this corner, right where we unzip, that's where it goes. This isn't this tall. The tent is only 60 inches high.
Yeah, setting up the tent took about 2 hours of the prepping and getting everything ready and clearing the area and as well as getting enough firewood for the evening. Took about 2.5 hours. When we got there, it was around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and it started becoming dusk and dark by the time we were completely set up and ready to rock and roll. But it was a cozy little spot. The heat was nice coming off that fire.
That's easy.
Any luck, Buck?
Found some weird pieces, not really good firewood, but
There's no like small logs over there at all.
What do you need?
no.
Anything that fell,
That's what I was looking for.
even
dead
branches, like broken off branches, Buck. Anything.
stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm grabbing.
Bring it on over. Yeah, we're gonna get video content, so bring what you have. You can just keep making trips back and forth.
Go ahead and peg it down. Bring it back this way a little bit though, because I don't want you to be close to the fire.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, bring that, Buck. Pick it up, man.
This is the center. It looks like
I
I'm
will.
holding right here. Trying to see where the door's at, so you can put the door facing the fire.
No, I mean like walk it over, Buck.
I think I might have the door,
Like actually put it onto the fire.
so turn it that way.
The small stuff first.
There's a zipper there.
Gotta be quick, you know. And we don't want it to go back into the floor, because then it's gonna take longer to get back. You know, knock it off. That's what I want that long thing down there. You can slip it on there. Yep. Drop it. There you go. Keep loading it up. The more the merrier. Not that big piece. You gotta go small first.
I think they go right through here, though. Yeah. Charge and get it. Bring yours back that way. It doesn't have to be super deep. This one's too big to fit there.
Cove, I need that wood you had, buddy.
Okay.
Keep going. You can't push any of that smaller stuff on. Put it off there. Now we'll talk. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. Put your other wood on. Yep, that piece that just fell out. Put it on.
You didn't give us tape, Josh, and you don't have any more.
I didn't hear what you said.
You didn't give us tape, and you don't have any more. The black ones don't fit through
All
the
that
holes.
stuff that fell out. That's the wind from running. Otherwise, it's gonna go out. You gotta be more serious on it. That's gonna go out for sure. Pretty freaking cool.
I'm gonna be pulling this out first.
That's a really nice map. That's just up.
I'll need you to put yours together. I think we were supposed to put the tent up first before we do sleeping there.
I thought it was
No, there's a mat that goes inside. We gotta just do your side there and then put the mat in.
Yeah. Where is the mat? I don't see the mat.
It's on my back.
Oh, okay. I guess this is why hand me one of those lines too. We were supposed to secure a line.
out here, so we can go get a fire. Those burn for about 8 hours. I think to burn it using an electric. They're kind of like slow burn. So what's cool about them is, get all this stuff done at night. If you put paper on top of that or some small twigs, it might. So it burns so slow because you'll have a fire out. This is really nice.
Trying to find something very excited to.
You could probably use those other stakes we didn't use.
What'd you say?
So we could probably use those other stakes we didn't use.
Her dog never stopped, huh? I don't hear any sheep though.
No, they're quiet. Sheep are notoriously quiet.
Yeah.
People get freaked out because they don't even know they're there. They walk, oh snap, what's that? You know, you got 250-pound animals staring at you.
Yeah.
That is here's the
I should have taken
that's
my
the
gloves
actual
off.
brown piece of it down there.
Oh wow.
What's wrong?
It's just a lot harder than it looks. If these aren't secured, the tent won't stay up. Do we have other stake cubs or not?
What's that?
What do you want to stake for that?
Yeah, I was trying to tie it to
Here.
something just to get it up.
Yeah, I
I'm
used
not
to
tied
stake.
to
You
the
have
rock.
the block.
Now that
Here you go.
Mine's ready to kill me right now. Yeah. Do we have other stake cubs or not?
What's that?
What do you want to stake for that?
Yeah, I was trying to tie it to
Here.
something just to get it up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
used to
tied
stake.
the
You
rock.
have the block.
Now that
Here you go.
Mine's ready to kill me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that mat is under these. Feel free to lay it out in there just to make it look like that's where we're going to sleep. They're probably like, what the? Who's that? Oh, just a YouTube video.
I think we just need to go further with it. I would say. No, we don't have to do that. We can leave it. And there's no wind, so for now we'll just lay this out. And honestly, I would say this is really big, so we could probably just double it up, just enough to put the sleeping bags on something. can't see how it. So you did take it apart?
Alright, so if you go right back to that location there for wood, you keep bringing it over.
That's
my
good for now.
camera so
I'm
that
not
you'll
too
watch this
concerned about
shrink.
it. You'll bring that mat over?
Listen, that.
Yeah.
Alright. Yep, right there.
Oh, which thing is that?
What'd you say?
Which thing is that?
Um. The black thing, it's like black, it's all black. I know Dad said grab the mat and the whatever else you told me to grab.
That's already out. For the... Oh, no, no.
Oop, there's something.
This thing's big. what you do out here, Cobe, is one of those little fire thing tips. Those burn for about 8 hours. I can confirm that we used on our last trip. They kind of like slow burn. So what's cool about them is, say all this dies down at night. If you put paper on top of that or some small twigs, it'll ignite it. It'll ignite the small twig. So it burns so slow. It's like you'll have that 5 hours from now. Even if your belly's pretty, that would still have fire in it, which is really nice, particularly out here.
Find something inside his too.
You could probably use that as another steak.
What'd you say?
You could probably use another steak.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
No, they're quiet. Sheep are notoriously quiet. People get freaked out because they don't even know they're there. So they walk, oh shit, what's that? You know, you got 250-pound animals there, and
Yeah.
there's the
I should have taken
that's the
my
actual
gloves off.
ground piece right there.
Oh wow. This is just a lot harder than it looks. If these aren't secured, the tent won't stay up. Do we have another steak cook or not?
What's that doing on the face of that?
Yeah, I was trying to tie it to something.
Not at all.
Here you go.
My brace is killing me right now.
Fingers are cold. Yeah, that mat goes underneath. Feel free to play it out in there just to make it look like that's where we're gonna sleep. And we're good. Neighbors were probably like, what the? Who's up there? Oh, just doing a YouTube video.
I think you could even go further with it and like tie this down. No, we don't. We're not have to do that. We can like do this. And there's no way, so for now we'll just lay this out. Honestly, I would say if this is really good, so we could probably just double it up. Just enough to put the sleeping bags on something. Okay, is this the top? Oh wow, it's really big. We can't see how it. So you did take it apart?
All right, but you go right back to that location over there for wood, and just keep bringing it over. My camera's set up here. Watch this string.
To bring that mat over?
Like,
Yeah.
thing is the mat?
Um, the black thing, it's like black, it's all black. I know somebody, Dad said grab the mat and the whatever else is over there.
The mat's already out. I have to put it over. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not to beat a dead horse here, but who grabbed the mat? The black mat? I said grab the mat and grab.
No, I had the gut.
Somebody forgot. No big deal. It's not really a pro. It's just a prop. I throw sleeping bags in there. You know what I mean? Just throw sleeping. My roll's in there. If you want to use that, you just have to roll it over. That's a sleeping bag. Yeah. Like this one real quick. But I guess that proves that at 20 degrees. Actually, when we left it was 19. And it felt like 9. So at 9 degrees though, you could survive. So you have a fire. And frankly, I'm sweating. Like on my back. So there's no question. You could survive. You sweating, Buck? A little bit. If we
Yeah,
just
'cause then
take
we have
this
to
and
roll 'em back
flatten it tomorrow when we come, we'll be here till around 6 at least. So then that's when we'll actually roll them out to do that complete. We did the bulk of the video already.
If there's 8 inches of snow.
What's wrong with that?
Getting up there, you think it'll be good? Like if you
Oh, that's even better. Because now it looks like you stay the night, one night tonight. And then tomorrow when we come, I'll have a different hat on or a different setup. And then you guys can have, you know, you won't be able to tell if I'm dressed different, you're dressed slightly, it looks like some of us changed.
Yeah.
Then that will look like we're here for another night.
Okay.
And then we'll record like tomorrow. What we'll do now, since we're here, is let's gather as much wood as we can and put it in that pile. So when we come tomorrow, we can just let it run. So I'll search for wood for about 10-15 minutes. Buck Toby do the same thing. Stick it right over here by my bag. Tomorrow when we come up, literally, we'll just put tent up, start a fire, crawl in there and act like we're going to bed, like it's 11 at night, and then leave. And according to them, there'll probably be 6 inches of snow, so what I would say is, I already told you yesterday, wear 3 pair of socks, man, if you already have them on. It's like, cause the snow, I tell you, your feet will get cold quick. I'll bring my saw tomorrow, so if we can pull it out, I can still cut it off. So even big pieces, just lay them over there, I'll just cut them off.
And my thought is like we're not staying up there. How long is it?
Right now?
No, I'm saying tomorrow.
That's up. Alright, so yeah,
Yeah, I just this is so much like that stuff is so easy to break up.
yeah, if you put that piece over there, I can just cut that up with my saw, that's fine. That's like that. Don't trip over the cord. Alright. A little bit more and that should be good, guys. We don't need a ton. Watch it, it doesn't fall on your head, but yeah, that's good enough. That's right, that last piece is fine and we're good.
This part, which we're not gonna do now, can actually go in front of the tent. So there was no point doing that right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you want to pull the poles now?
Yeah. Just trying to get a couple pictures.
Okay. From over, you get any from over this way? It's all standing by the fire, that'd be cool. Including yourself, I don't know if you have a thing.
I
10
tried
seconds.
to. Shoot.
Sure, you guys get back down. You can go upstairs. Your mom will show you how to light that. Make sure you're good.
I'll let you light it.
Don't trip
see
over
if
that
you
line.
The propane,
remember.
yeah, I did
Yeah, I
it.
see it.
It worked really good every time.
No, more real quick.
Yeah, it lit really fast.
Then I'll get the fire going and we're out of here. So we're in Russia right now.
Yeah, I still say that.
We're in Afghanistan.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there.
Alright.
Where should I? I'll stand beside Toby.
Alright.
more, because Buck looks slow.
What?
Just one more. Yeah, your mouth was just wide open. It just caught you at the wrong time.
Okay, let's go. Felt like 9 degrees out. I'm sweating. On my back. So there's no question. It's your ride. What? A little bit. Whew. That wasn't this way. We could got that up. With my saw, we could probably cover. I cut up enough wood when we were out there for what? In probably 3 or 4 hours. We had enough the next morning through the day. And that was probably 2 hours of cutting it. The saw died. But with 4 people, 2 saws, you can put it up there for 2, 3 nights. Right. That's all dead wood. Yeah. That's a lot of wood. Wow. You get 4 fires going, you'd be surprised how much of that heat will still translate to fighting off of this, which will keep it warm. Well, we can't let that burn like that, so we'll have to stay up there about 15 more minutes. We can't leave it.
Well, after dinner, which was a good dinner, we had some canned soups and some butter keto bread. Did went over really well. This is that kind of meal you need out there, and had a nice big old cup of warm tea. Slept well. Everybody slept well. We got up and pulled shifts and kept the fire going, and I still got about 5.5, 6 hours of good sleep, as well as they did. And the next morning we woke up to this.
Time. I can see every single star in the galaxy, man.
Of
course, camera doesn't do it justice, but it was
more
beautiful.
inches, so
A little bit of cloud.
We had to tell them out of there, made it down. That was our start of our drive there. As we got lower elevation,
You want to sing a Christmas carol?
pretty slick to this one.
Okay. For the video, that might be
We
awesome.
didn't get there. We took that drive. It was a nice drive. We reminisced on what we were doing. We decided to tell them about us. We had a great time. That's what we did.
When you see just what goes into it and how much people train and how closely they train, and the times people train for their whole entire lives. You figure it's pretty intense. As far as the training aspect. But that's what I like it.
Sat there, made a fire, and relaxed to this. What a wonderful, wonderful experience. What a wonderful earth we live on. Enjoy Earth, guys. Like, subscribe. Hope to talk to you guys later. Adios.